Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Spiritual Encounters. We're at London this week, and we're right beside the Tower of London, and here's Andy. So we're going to have a walk about, and Andy's going to conduct some investigations and use some of the equipment and see if we can get anything here. We're hoping if we can pull forward Anne Boleyn, because when we visited Hever Castle we managed to get forward Anne Boleyn in her bedchamber. So we're going to try for her again, and let's just see what happens. So Andy, if you walk up around the tower and I'll follow you with the camera, and then we'll start filming.
Probably better off going this way, aren't we? Because it's going to be a bit noisy down there.
Just wait till people have moved and then we'll set off. Okay, yeah? Do you want to use the torch? Just then we've got some good lighting.
Yeah.
Right, but if you put the torch on and follow that path round, if you use the EMF meter, and then if we get anything, we can stop and we can ask out. So I think most people know the history of this tower, that it goes back, way back to the Plantagenet kings.
Have you got enough light?
Just put some more light, thanks. Yeah, King Richard, famous King Richard III, whose two nephews, the princes, were locked up in one of these towers. One of those towers at the back there. And what happened is the two boys mysteriously vanished. Those towers over there, one of them, there's four. Yeah. No, once these people got out of the way, I can't really do it. Tell the story when there's people walking back and to. It's the thing with London, we've got foot traffic like 24/7. So no matter what time we come out to do this, there's going to be people passing by. So we might have to hesitate and stop here and there.
Yeah.
All right, Andy, if you walk ahead with your EMF meter and if you pick anything up, yeah.
See if there's anything.
So right, yeah. So Richard III held his two nephews in one of those towers to protect them from being murdered by the Tudor side of the opposition, who also wanted the throne. Now, King Richard III got blamed for the death of those two boys because they just vanished. But other historians, particularly ones that work at the Tower of London, have since looked into it. And it is looking more like the Tudors possibly might have taken those boys captive and put them in the tower to give Richard III a bad name and thus kicking the Plantagenet family off the throne, which is eventually what did happen. Alright, so Andy started. But if people come along, we're going to have to kind of...
Nasty chapter.
Ah, well, you know what, there was... Yeah, well, we're talking about the two twins... Well, they weren't twins, but they were brothers who got locked in one of those towers. That was a nasty chapter of history.
There was a lot of nasty chapters of history in this, connected with this place over the years. A lot.
But this particular story, Richard III got blamed literally for everything. Richard III was protecting those boys.
Order.
Well, that would be like, there would be soldiers around in this tower, wouldn't there? So if you've got order, then that would be like soldiers.
So is that keeping order? Somebody protecting the place, or somebody who was part of the nasty chapter.
Nasty chapter, yeah.
Are you anybody who was beheaded here? Which I'm sure there were numerous ones. More than we even...
Yeah, because Tower Green's right in the middle there.
More even than the historic ones that we know about. Anybody who we don't know about.
Inside the actual tower there's a chapel.
Yeah,
And all the people that were beheaded on Tower Green are buried in there.
Somebody who story hasn't been told. You know, we know all the historic stories of people who were beheaded here or tortured here, but I would like to know the stories of the people who we don't know about, if you want to come along, you know, and we can tell your story and why you ended up here, whatever reason it was. Because everybody knows the stories. You know, who you are, what kind of life you are, what background you came from, what you did.
What?
No. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, we're not interested. We just want to know who you are and why you're still here.
But back in the day,
No.
this tower would have just been on a hill. There wouldn't have been any of these other buildings here.
No.
And there's a green lawn in the middle of the tower, a square, and that's where the beheadings took place. And there's a church there, and that's where Anne Boleyn and Catherine Howard are buried side by side.
Yeah. Which.
And a queen called Jane Grey, who only lasted about 10 days, is not very well known, but she was still an official queen of England. They're all lying in a crypt there. And anybody else who was beheaded is buried in that church in there, because they weren't allowed to be buried on consecrated ground.
And when I just wonder.
Do you want to walk up and...
I just wonder if there's anybody's.
Yeah, there will be.
You know what I mean? People who were just ordinary people.
Yeah, there will be.
Who ended up in here.
That was the moat round it.
Yeah.
And when it got drained, it probably just turned into a ditch for bodies, especially plague times.
Yeah, probably. Look, yeah. So there's probably people who just want to know your story. Ordinary people. No.
Yeah, so please come forward and tell us your story. Anybody.
Go on, Lewis. Bring somebody forward.
Yeah, Lewis, if you're around.
No, any of you. Just bring it forward.
Yeah, it might be because there's some people, I find that we get better results when there's literally nobody there. And when you've got, because we've got students and groups and tours and what have you going around, when you pass by those people, they tend to go quiet. But when it's just you and me and it's dark and quiet, that's when they tend to come forward and communicate more.
More of a connection when you're more open.
Yeah, that's it, innit? We'll go round anyway, and then, because you never know, there could be some...
We can get, like you said, we're not going to make things up.
There could be some parts that's more active than others.
We've just got to...
Not allowed in the castle because it's they've got the crown jewels in there that are protected, so you can only go in during the day by tour. Beefeaters take you around on tour. But at night time, literally no paranormal group in the world has ever been allowed in there. It's just against the law. It's as secure as the Bank of England. Has to be, really.
Yeah, it's just...
I'll just film you for a minute because I don't like it.
difficult to... Yeah, you just couldn't do it. It's one of the places that we...
Yeah, it's one of the places you have to see it.
To do it, but
That's regular Saturday night traffic in London, that, guys.
Yeah. So, at this moment in time while we're out here,
Yeah.
we won't do any EVPs because I'll just get...
Yeah.
It's just because it's so sensitive that I just... You might pick some up, you just wouldn't want to be able to...
No, it's too much foot traffic and too much background noise, really. Well, let's walk down, because I think after them people have gone, it thins out a bit, doesn't it? And then we just have to try and dodge the people.
Yeah.
Because with it being the beginning of October, it's still pretty warm weather and everybody's here, just...
Stone desk.
Stone of school.
All these people are going clubbing and...
I'll tell you what, there's a little alcove there. Let's get up there and use the equipment, because we might not get disturbed as much here. Yeah, let's find a place to sit in it. We can't go in there, but just find a place around here. And just do some, see what you can do here, innit? Yeah, just sit yourself down and just try some equipment out. Because we're right by the castle anyway, so if anybody... Read. Okay, ask some questions now then.
What do you want me to read? Read what? Is there anything around here to read? No.
There is a lot of information around, actually.
Something specifically that you would like me to read?
It's the Shard.
Getting something up there. Can't see.
Can't see.
That's washing.
Oh, is it?
There's nothing in the bag.
No, there's not.
Nothing in the bag to make
Nothing that would make that happen anyway.
Nothing turned on.
Alright, so you're getting someone then. See if you can get a name.
Can you give us a name? Very strong, whatever it is. Bring the away, so. You can see it's not.
Yeah, yeah, so it is flashing anyway.
It's very strong. It's gone stronger since I moved away.
Right, so we have definitely got some presents then.
I
Ask out for Anne Boleyn, Anne. You got, Andy, you got... She came towards you last time because I think of the beard. No, seriously, I'm not joking.
Anne, is it you? Again?
Do you remember at Hever Castle in her bedchambers? She came forward and stroked... You thought she stroked your beard.
If it is, can you stop those lights?
Maybe move that over here and try it again.
Loved.
Ah, hey, maybe it's her because she loved. Well, she loved Henry VIII, obviously, didn't she? But if you remind her, or because of the beard, of maybe not Henry, but men of that time, because she had a lot of male friends at that time, musicians and courtiers and all that, and they all would have had the beard because it was the style back then.
No, that tells me it's nothing electrical.
Yeah, because it's. Has it stopped now?
It's stopped now.
Right, leave it there.
Leave it there.
Because there is a cable running there, see, that's why I'm thinking.
Okay. Can you know what I'm going to say? Can you do exactly the same as you did before?
Go on, tug his beard, I dare you.
If it was you, you know what it was. You know what you did. Or can you say something through this? Because I don't think you were the person that everybody made out that you were.
No, she wasn't. He just wanted rid of her because she couldn't give birth to a son.
I don't think you were.
I'm not sure if I did get something flash up behind you then, in the corner there. Well, I've seen it on here anyway, just where the EMF meter is further back.
I just don't think you're the person that you were.
Yeah. I think something flashed anyway. I'm just mentioning that so when we watch it back we can look out.
Okay, is there anywhere else that you would like us to go? You could be stronger. I know there probably is, but we can't. We can't get round to going there. Is there a reason why? Or you had to move away because somebody else has turned up?
Did you want to move to another area? I think they're reenacting the gunpowder plot or something back there. Can you hear them all shouting?
I don't know. Can you speak through this?
Yeah, a little bit, you're right.
I know the thing is, for a reason, I mean, I could remind him, I suppose, the beard, but size him is not. I'm not the same size, am I?
No, but if you put you in a 16th century costume, you'd pass for one of these people who would have lived here and worked here back in the day.
Well,
you know, the ruffled shirt, the velvet thing that they used to wear, the pantaloon thing and the tights. And you put you in all that.
Skill, loved skill, ugly, sad. Is that what, towards the end, he told you were?
Private.
You were ugly, sad, but you were a very private person. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think, you know, they did add a lot of stuff onto the story to make it like she was the bad person.
Yeah.
I think they did it to make it look like she was a bad person and he wasn't.
Is that what you want to say?
See if you get any answers to this. She was accused of witchcraft, right, because she couldn't give birth to her son.
Yeah.
Were you a witch, Anne? Yes or no?
If you were, it's alright to say no.
Were you wrongly or rightly accused?
Yeah.
I think she was wrongly accused.
And if you were, then you got the last laugh because at the end of the day, there's witches everywhere now, so it doesn't really matter anymore. No.
I know she has been seen round here with her head under her arm. That used to be a popular ghost story around this tower for a good 30 years or more.
Are these stories true? That you have been seen round here?
Come and show yourself on camera, and if you're here, or Catherine,
Yeah.
or any of the other
So
queens.
grateful because we're on your side. We know you weren't the person that the books and the history and everything's made you out to be.
Well, it's easy to point the finger and blame someone
We know that. And we
of
know-
witchcraft, innit?
We know a lot of your marriage was forced upon you by your father because you had no choice. You were either told this is what you do or you'd be disowned.
Yeah.
Do you know?
It's because she couldn't give him a son.
Yeah.
She had a couple of stillbirths and she just couldn't give him a son what he wanted.
Trip.
What, for what? Trip?
Trip.
As in, what, two separate words?
Trip. I don't know what that means. Trip.
I have no idea.
Trip.
No idea at all.
What do you mean by that? Can you just elaborate a bit more? You know? Tell us a little bit more what you mean by that trip. I'm not quite sure, or is this somebody else coming in trip?
I don't know. It doesn't mean anything
See,
in Tudor terms from what I've read
trip.
before.
I'm just wondering, just get the words through, what's coming across. Is it fortress?
Oh, maybe.
Fortress.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
I know it's
No, but
people think, but sometimes
if someone had an
obviously,
accent,
you spell it A.
Anne, so it'll be Anne, won't it? Because she is a strong ghost here.
Can you give me the initial of your last name before you were married? That'd be brilliant. That'd be really, really good. That'd be that'd be so good. Either that, or can you make them lights flash again?
Yeah.
Which would be brilliant.
I think she's drawn to you because of the look of you, the beard and stuff. I think it's that.
She murdered children.
She murdered children. She was accused of that.
She murdered children.
She was accused of that because she.
Were you accused?
Yeah, because she had two still childbirths.
Yeah, but we all know today that wasn't what happened. It was just
No, but in those days,
childbirth, and how it happened, and probably in them days, it happened a lot more than it does now because of more medical knowledge. And that day we didn't. But yeah.
but you know when she had the second stillbirth,
Yeah.
Henry VIII blamed her. He went, "You've done it again, madam. You just cannot give me a son, can you?" And stormed out of the bedchamber. So she got blamed for that. So that would have been classed as like murder, even though it was not her
that would have
fault.
said that.
He did say something along them lines.
Don't beat
That's
yourself
exactly
up.
what he said. It's in all the records. He went in and he said, "You have failed to give me a son, madam." It's in the historical records.
Yeah, well, don't beat yourself up for it, because at the end of the day, the history books and all the time have come across the type of person he was. Okay, it was probably down to the accident he had when he was younger that
Let's put it this way.
in his mind, but
6 wives can't all be a problem, can they?
Well,
One
no.
wife might be, as
No,
you know.
no.
But 6 wives can't be, can they?
no. Is there anywhere else you would like us to go on to? Just really, really thankful. You know, we're really glad that you've been able to get through and give us some answers to the questions that are quite relevant.
Yeah.
So we know who we're talking to.
We could.
Is there any other place that you would like us to go to? Maybe the other side of the river? Is there anywhere over there?
Should we walk on more then?
Or would you like us to go across the bridge? Has that any significance? If you want us to go across the bridge, just have a like that or just give us some kind of answer on here.
I think back in that day, they just remained around this palace and the Hampton Court one, and the Lambeth one down the bottom end. On the south side, it was classed as the rough side, where all the sailors and houses and.
Don't know.
Yeah, because she probably never went over to that side. To be
she
fair,
wouldn't know any. She probably wouldn't know any. Well, that bridge wouldn't have been there, would it?
No, Tower Bridge is Victorian.
That wouldn't have been there. So.
Yeah, the only bridge they had was London Bridge. That was the original one, which Cardinal Wolsey used to paddle up and down that way to get from Lambeth to Hampton Court.
Use.
What can you tell us of Cardinal Wolsey, Anne? Do you remember that man? What do you think of him? Come forward and tell us what he did to you.
You feeling better than that?
Cardinal Wolsey. Does that ring any bell?
Can help.
Can help.
Can help.
What
We can help.
Yeah.
We can help.
Cardinal Wolsey was her enemy. He was plotted her downfall, to be fair.
Can help. Can we? Is that?
Is she stuck? There's another flashy orb coming up to you. That side of you over there. On here it is anyway, but I'm going to have to look back and see if...
do you know shivers?
Yeah.
Like, your ears are sticking out.
Anne, are you in the shadows? Please come forward if you're here, talk to us. Don't be shy, don't be scared. We're not here to victimise you or make any kind of problem. We're not here to accuse you of anything that you've been accused of in the past.
No.
Definitely not. We just want to know your history and your personal story, which has probably changed over the centuries, over the records. You know, made.
But that can help is you can help us, or we can help you.
Yeah.
If you just give us something else that you can let us know, whether it's you can service.
Well, she was in service when she started at this palace.
So you can be of service to us.
No, but she was in service.
So you in service? All right.
She started as Catherine of Aragon's handmaid.
Yeah.
One of the chambermaids.
So
that was her job when she started here.
You meaning by service? You were in service.
Or she was performing a service by marrying King Henry and trying to give him a child.
I think you're doing really excellent. You're really giving us some good answers to questions that are very, very relevant. You know.
I'll just quickly show you again some more of the castle while we're... Every time there's people not coming down the path, I'll film a little bit more. That's the shard at the back there. So we're going to have a walk round after anyway, a little bit more. Show you a little bit from the other side.
Yeah. But we actually feel quite privileged that...
Yeah, because she's a famous queen.
Because not for the first time you've made contact with us.
Yeah.
You know, we know in your own family home at Newcastle there was a sense, I don't know whether Alison felt it or not, but I got a big sense of her being there and her being around.
I know I felt very strongly.
The whole, in that big long gallery with all them paintings.
Oh, that gallery were awesome, that was really atmospheric there.
I think it was her bedroom.
Yeah.
The little room, the bedroom where every being pulled.
I think when I saw her handwriting, you know, when I actually saw her, they've got like her books, journals opened up, aren't they, with her handwriting in. When you see her real, actual handwriting, you feel like really, like emotional really, that you're actually looking at something that somebody hugely famous.
Dizzy.
Now is she going to send one of us dizzy?
Are you going to send one of us dizzy?
Are you going to try and overwhelm one of us? You can do that if you want, because then we know it's you.
I'm quite happy for you to do that, as long as you know Cooley.
Cooley?
Cooley.
Was he from London?
You're going to do it.
It'd be great if we get Cooley on in there, innit? He's passed away about 2 years ago.
No, I don't mind you passing through and like that and letting me feel
It's a cool.
emotions and stuff like that. Coolly.
Cooley.
Coolly.
As with a C, like.
C-O-O-L-Y. Oh yeah.
Oh, unless it's a name of something that they used in those times that we've lost the use of the word.
Cool. Yeah.
You know, if you walk around this tower in the museum,
Probably is a lot.
there's all kinds of objects and things they used to use that we don't even recognise the name of them now. Things that have disappeared from history.
Ask.
Asked.
Ask. What do you want us to ask? Ask.
Asked.
Ask.
Ask.
Yeah,
Maybe she wants you to ask her more questions.
You ask me some more questions.
Ask her about her sister, Mary Boleyn.
Yeah, what about your sister? What did you think of your sister?
Or what happened? Give us something
And I think
definite that happened to your sister.
Or what did you think, truthfully, about your father, of how he behaved in all this? Because I know I have my opinion of what he was. You know, he was very, very manipulative.
Yeah, he was.
He basically pimped his daughters out.
He just wanted to line his own pocket, didn't he?
For his own financial
Yeah,
means, you know, which was disgusting, really.
Yeah, he just wanted to line his own pocket, that guy.
I know it's your father.
Same like the Howards. Catherine Howard's father was the same.
But that was basically what it is. You didn't have any choice. And obviously when you didn't have any sons,
And don't forget,
the inevitable was going to happen.
there's a black and white house in the tower that belonged to Anne. It was a wedding gift for her.
Yeah, yeah,
The Queen Anne's quarters. It's still named after her.
yeah, yeah.
Back in the days when it was happy and he was lavishing her with gifts.
Yeah. So,
They can see cowards.
What does it say?
they can see cowards. Who can see cowards? They can see cowards. Yeah, you probably can't. They probably are. They can see cowards. They can see
That's
cowards.
interesting that
Who
they
c-
can see cowards.
Who can see cowards?
Because there were a lot of cowards about. The people that were reporting her and dropping her in it
Yeah.
weren't there?
Well, yeah.
Because they wouldn't come forward to her and say like, this is what I'm doing. They went behind her back and reported that she was having musicians in her bedroom and she had male friends and all this and that.
Who can see cowards? They can see cowards. The people who plotted against you, the people who ended up murdering you, to say the least. I mean, I can imagine you extremely angry, you know, and all his produce, day, you know, looking at the level. You're not
I'll
giving
try and
me,
piece it together, it
you're
makes
not
any
giving me
sense.
time to finish his produce, day, level. Yeah,
You might just be picking up on general market traders.
you might be.
Because you know in them days they used to bring all the livestock
Level.
and all the vegetables and fruits here and have a market actually inside the castle. Do you want to walk on a bit and see if we can get something anywhere else? Well, you just don't know if it's going to get stronger or if you're going to get anyone else,
No, I mean, you don't know how
you know, because there's so much history to this place.
strong she is, you know.
Exactly.
But when
Let's
it
just get over there and film a little bit more before people come walking past again. Does that down there just lead onto the road?
Yeah, we can only get onto
Alright, so perhaps we're better off going back
going back down,
round it that way, yeah.
down to the
Yeah, and I'll keep it in this hand and film so we don't pick any people up.
Yeah.
And do you want to use the EMF and see if you get any more?
Yeah, just keep that.
Alright, so I'll continue with a little bit more of the history as I've learnt a lot of history through reading general novels about Tudor times, to be fair. I'm not history educated or anything like that, but I have such an interest in Tudor Plantagenet history and right the way through to Charles II that I read all the fiction novels and pick a lot of it up that way. Alright, we'll go down the other end and try and get away from this foot traffic a bit. So obviously it's one of the most famous places that people want to come and visit. So night and day you get people walking around this place.
Yeah, it's just.
We'll head round that other bit down there because if we go down here, we've got Traitors Gate at the bottom end. So we head towards Traitors Gate, and that's obviously where Queen's people would have been brought in. Anne Boleyn actually came through Traitors Gate when she was meeting Henry for the first time. Well, to get married to him, she was brought through Traitors Gate. So has a lot of history, that gate.
But it was fun. It was good.
Yeah, Traitors Gate is right round that tower there on the other side. That's where they used to bring people in by boat, straight through the gate, straight into the tower, and usually they were arrested and put in one of the cells.
Well, then,
But there's some fabulous cells in there. We've got Sir Francis Drake's cell is in there, and he's put graffiti on the wall, and Sir Walter Raleigh's cell is in there, and he's also graffitied the wall, put his coat of arms up there, everything. So we've actually got the famous graffiti.
just amazing to hear all
You cut cowards.
What's it say?
You cut cowards.
So she's going on about cowards again then.
You cut cowards.
Who are the cowards then?
You cut cowards.
It's alright. Just a slight mishap. It's a bit dark here, isn't it? That's why I think I dropped the camera. I think I've got my foot stuck in one of them troughs. There's troughs everywhere here. It's supposed to have made these paths new.
You flea dot.
Why is this gone all out of focus now?
I mean, you take a bath every night.
No, like that. So.